Now, back to school season na, and probably ang dami sa inyo na naghanap ng mga budget na tablet na good enough para gamitin sa school, para sa inyong mga anak, mga nasa high school, and mga nasa elementary. Now, it became one of the necessities sa school, yung mga pang-online learning ng mga bata. Now, in this video, pag-usapan natin kung itong Infinix XPAD 30e can live up to that expectation para sa inyong mga chikitings. So, let's get it started. Now, ganito ang packaging ng Infinix XPAD 30e. Now, it looks really nice, very simple, and meron daw siya mga free na educational apps dito para sa inyong mga chikitings. XPAD 30 ang nakasulat dito, and here are some of the specs. Kung gusto mong basahin, pause mo na lang. Now, buksan muna natin to. So, lalabas natin. Uy, may kasama na ng case! Perfect para sa mga chikitings. Now, inside we have your SIM ejector tool dahil meron siyang LTE support na 4G. So, meaning pwede mo siya lagyan ng SIM card. Meron ako user guide inside, warranty card, charging brick, 10 watts nga lang, and andito ang ating charging cable. Yun lang. So, nakakabit ng kanyang case and it looks kind of cool. Color blue. Ganito ang tsura niya. Ang ganda ng kanyang color combination. May blue and may orange. And saktong-sakto, kaka-champion lang ng New York Knicks itong NBA 2026 na season. Pwede mo siyang gawing tripod. Ganito maging itsura niya. Itatay mo lang sa iyong table. And pwede mo na siyang gamitin. Ganito ang itsura nito Infinix XPAD 30e. Uy, durable ah. Hindi siya yung malambot. Na itong Infinix XPAD 30e, meron siyang dalawang variant na nilabas. 4 gigs of RAM and 120 gigs of storage ang kanang SRP, 8,999. And there are times that it goes as low as 7,999. Lalo na kanyang early bird rate, yun ang kanyang presyo. And there's another one, ang kanyang 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. Ang kanyang SRP is 10,999. And nung nag-sale siya, it went as low as 9,999. I'll put all the links on the description box below kung saan mo siya pwede mabili, or just simply click yung YouTube shopping link para ma-redirect kayo e mabili nito ng a little bit cheaper compared sa kanyang SRP. Normally, if you're using link ko, you'll be able to get mga coupons, mga vouchers, and sometimes makakuha ka ng 2,000 off na voucher, 2,200, and even 2,500 pesos. Click na lang for more details. Now, honestly, pag tinitingnan mo tong tablet na ito, hindi mo siya mukhang cheaply made, no? Even though that this one is just below 10,000 pesos, meron siyang camera module dito. And this one is a unibody na plastic sa likod. You have 2 speakers, isa dito sa taas, and the other one is nandito sa ilalim. And we still have that audio jack na hinahanap-hanap mo. Still perfect for wired na music tripping. Now, probably one of the things sa sobrang nagustuhan ko dito sa tablet na ito is that meron siyang SIM card slot na 4G. And hindi lang siya basta SIM card slot, no? Isang 4G na SIM card slot na nano SIM plus isang SD card na expansion na micro SD. So, kompleto. Now, in case na nabitin ka sa kanyang 120 gigs of storage, you can always expand using a micro SD card. Now, tinry ko naman mga buttons niya dito. Snappy naman lahat. Very responsive naman. Kanyang power button, kanyang volume rocker, lahat very snappy naman. Kahit may case siya nakasuot, mabilis din mag-respond to mga buttons na ito. Now, probably one of the things na napansin ko sa kanya is medyo makapal nga lang kanyang bezel, pero I would say na it's quite symmetrical naman on all 4 sides of this tablet. Now, if you want to see the complete full spec sheet ng Infinix XPAD 30e, share ko sa inyo. Now, one of the things na importante sa mga bata is that mabilis mag-load yung apps, hindi nagahang. Napansin ko kasi mga bata nowadays, medyo mas maiksi ang kanilang pasensya compared sa atin, yung mga lumaki sa 80s, 90s, no? And nung tinetest ko naman ng tablet na ito, okay naman siya for multitasking. Wala akong naging problema, hindi naman siya nagahang. Now, knowing that this is just a limited na 4 gigs of RAM plus 4 na virtual, tendency is that if you open a lot of apps, for sure, medyo magiging laggy siya. So, I would suggest na bumili ka ng 8 gigs of RAM na variant. Pero of course, syempre, if you're just stuck with that budget, wala ka namang magagawa talaga, no? Kung yun naman talagang budget mo, huwag mo naman pipilitin bilhin yung higher variant kung di talaga kaya ng iyong budget. But rather, I'll tell you na gawin mo is that just open the apps na kailangan mo, 1, 2, 3, mga iba, patayin mo na lang sa background. Kasi the moment na marami kang binubuksan ng apps sa background, bumabagal kasi kumakain siya ng memory space mo. Na kung mababa ang memory space mo, tendency if you're swiping around, babagal din siya. So just a piece of advice. Nung tinry ko naman itong mga learning center app naman ni Infinix, okay naman siya, responsive naman siya, walang naging problema dito, pinagamit ko sa aking anak and it was okay, it was cool. Meron naman siya mga built-in na AI dito like si Folax, you can always use and ask to help your homeworks. But of course, syempre, it's still best that you do your homeworks on your own. Kunting supplement and kunting tulong lang si AI para mas tumalino ka. Kumbaga si AI tumutulong lang sa'yo pero hindi si AI ang gagawa ng homework para sa'yo. Tandaan mo yan. And also, meron din siya kasama free na WPS Office dito, na free version, na pwede mo rin gamitin to do all of your Word document, Excel, and of course, PowerPoint. Basically, yun naman ginagawa ng mga estudyante, di ba? Number crunching, typing your thesis, or doing your presentation, para sa inyong next na report. Kaya naman handle na itong tablet na ito. Now, probably the next thing na tatanong mo sa akin, ano nga bang processor ang meron dito sa loob? Sa dami kong sinabi sa inyo. Now, this one is being powered by the MediaTek Helio G80. Now, it's a very entry-level na chip. And good thing, no, na nagsusupport pa nga siya ng SIM card dito. And ang good thing naman dito sa kanya is that it can perform naman lahat ng basic na task na kinakailangan mo on a day-to-day basis. And nung sinalang ko naman sa Antutu benchmark, 354,000 points na nakuha natin. And here are all of the other benchmark na ginawa natin. Pakita ko sa inyo. Now, itong tablet nito has a big battery, 7,200 mAh na battery size, which can only charge up to 10 watts na charging. Probably yun ang I would say na medyo bitin dito sa tablet na ito dahil medyo slow siya mag-charge. Sana siguro at least ginawa man lang 15 or 18 watts so to be a little bit faster compared to just 10 watts of charging. But of course, I ain't complaining kasi budget-friendly naman siya. And nung ginamit ko naman to as my daily driver, doing all of my basic browsing, social media, doing some web chat, and of course, playing some quick games like ML, tumatagal naman siya. One whole day, walang problema. And I even use this as a tethering device. Guess what, guys? Nung sinalang ko to sa PCMark na battery stress test, nakakuha ako ng roughly 13 hours and 46 minutes na screen on time, which is for me, well, as a student, more than enough ang kanyang battery. Yung nga lang, medyo slow lang mag-charge. Yun lang ang drawback niya. Napag-usapan natin quickly ang kanyang display. Kamusta naman kanyang display? Okay ba siya para sa mga bata? I would say na solid naman ang kanyang display. This one has a 11-inch na FHD Plus na IPS LCD. And one good thing naman dito sa kanya is that malinaw naman lahat na nababasa ko dito sa kanya. Using in indoors, wala kang maging problema. Except na pag nasa outdoors ka, medyo nahihirapan na ng konti. Dahil medyo mababa ang kanyang maximum brightness. 600 nits lang ang kanyang maximum brightness. So, medyo mahirapan ka if you're using this one outdoors. But since this one is technically used for educational purpose, lalo sa iyong anak, nasa loob ng classroom, therefore, you shouldn't be having any problems with that. Now, with that said, medyo makapal ka ng bezel, that's one for sure. Pero nung nanonood naman ako ng mga videos dito, wala akong naging problema, okay naman, pasado naman sa akin. And nung scroll naman ako sa social media, okay naman, smooth naman siya, kahit it's just a 60 Hz screen refresh rate, wala naman ako naging problema. Hindi ko naman na-feel na sobrang bagal ang pag-scroll. Pag-loading naman ng mga shorts and reels, okay naman, dahil basta mabilis ang internet connection, you shouldn't be having any much problem with that. Kahit manood ka ng mga YouTube videos dito, okay, sold naman para sa akin. Now, since itong tablet na ito has two speakers, isa dito sa ibabaw and the other one is nandito sa ilalim, let's just quickly test kung kamusta naman ang sound experience dito on this tablet. Here goes.
Baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark.
Well, honestly, not bad. Malakas naman ang kanyang sounds. For me, it's above average. And siguro nagulat kayo, no? Baby Shark pinatugtog natin. No? Sabi nyo, educational. Di educational nga pinakita ko sa inyo. Okay naman kanyang sounds overall. Now, I did play a quick game dito ng ML and select ko naman sa kung anong pinakasagad naman ang kaya niya sa kanyang graphical settings. And nung nilalaro ko naman, okay naman. There are times na feel ko may kunting lags and probably kunting frame drops din. Kasi this is just a G80. Now, take note, hindi pa nga siya G99 to be able to perform at that level. Pero I would say that at the very least, it's quite playable naman. Okay naman kanyang touch response sa screen. Malakas naman kanyang sounds para sa game na ito. And you shouldn't be having any problem dito sa kanya, except that it's a little bit laggy at times. Napag-usapan lang natin quickly ang kanyang camera. I know na normally you rarely take photos using your tablet, but of course, there are times na kinakailangan din ng mga bata to take some homeworks, picturean nila, or take some photos na biglang for group works. Meron siyang 8MP na rear camera, and meron siyang 5MP na front-facing camera, and surprising, it can shoot up to 2K and 30 FPS. And now for some quick samples. And on outdoors, nung sinadya ko naman ilabas to, kahit alam ko na mukha tayong tanga na nag-shoot tayo ng mga pictures on outdoors using such a big tablet, just for the sake of mapakita ko lang sa inyo yung kanyang performance, nagpakatangan muna tayo. Charot. And surprisingly, on some of these shots, I would say na, uy, it's quite legit na not so bad ang kanyang camera. I was really surprised na kaya na mag-shoot ng ganito ang mga shots, no? I wasn't really expecting too much from its camera dahil, well, you know, na it's just a 8MP na shooter. What do you expect? Grainy photos? Pero hindi. It kind of impressed me na kaya pa niya magkuha ng mga cloud details just like this one. At the back of my mind, inisip ko, ay siguro crappy lang ang kanyang camera. Pero hindi medyo legit mukhang okay siya. Kahit medyo low light on indoors, not bad din itong na-capture natin. And taking some shot like this one, yung mga amusement, okay naman. Not so bad para sa kanyang camera. Some of flowers like this, kunwari, kailangan mo kumuha ng mga pictures ng mga flowers, different kind of flowers para sa inyong science project, pwede. And kahit mga indoor low light, quite impressive din ang kanyang mga samples. And here's the fun part. Pagdating sa kanyang front-facing camera, sabi ko, 5MP, crappy din yan. And to my surprise, itong mga pictures na ito on outdoors, kitang-kita kahit yung mga details ng pores ng mukha ko. Pero hindi naman siya sobrang detailed. Pero kita mo, there are details na makikita mo. Dala nga yung imperfection ng mukha ko, makikita. Kasi normally, pag 5MP, makita mo smoothen out na, yung parang sobrang grainy na ang effect niya. Pero not on this one. Pero pagdating sa indoor, halata na sobrang smoothen out na siya. And here's a quick video sample from the front-facing camera. Infinix XPAD 30e. Front-facing camera. Uy, mukhang stable siya. Shooting at 2K and 30. Not bad. And here's a sample from the rear camera ng Infinix XPAD 30e. Also shooting at 2K and 30. Now, right now, pakita ko lang sa inyo quickly kung ano ang maging performance niya if you're indoor doing some conferencing using this tablet. Ito, sample. So guys, right now, gamit natin ang Infinix XPAD 30e with proper lighting naman from my studio. And masasabi ko sa inyo, not bad Hindi siya sobrang grainy ang kanyang quality given that this is just a very basic na tablet. Pero nevertheless, I think I can deliver if you're trying to use this one for teleconferencing. Kamusta naman kanyang sound coming from its original mic? Let me know in the comments. So yun guys, nakita nyo na yung complete performance na kaya gawin ng isang Infinix XPAD 30e. I would say na very capable ito tablet na ito, and overall for me, I feel that it's cool. Especially kung ginamitan mo na itong case na to, it looks kind of cool, no? Medyo mukhang pang-kiddie lang siya. Pero overall, given na meron pa siyang 4G, pwedeng-pwede talaga to para sa mga kids. This is definitely worth investing kung kinakailangan ng anak nyo for online schooling, for all of their other activities online, definitely hindi masakit to sa bulsa. And yet, it's quite a performer. Now, if you're interested dito sa Infinix XPAD 30e, I'll pop the link on the description box below, or just simply click the YouTube shopping link para baka makamenos pa kayo using mga vouchers na binibigay ko sa inyo. So, of course, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe dito sa aking channel para you don't miss out mga review just like this one, si Infinix XPAD 30e. And hanggang dito muna ako, and I'll see you on my next video. Peace out. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.